Aaron, I'm sitting here looking at our Spotify app for Impact and Chill, bro. I just realized today's June 1, 2024. You know what that means?
No, what's up with June 1, bro?
Bro, that is today is our 1 year anniversary when we launched Impact and Chill.
Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck?
Dude,
Serious? Hang on. Holy
on here
shit.
watching, go to Spotify. Go to Spotify right now. If you want to scroll and scroll, I have my phone right here. I'm just scrolling. So Aaron and I were talking offline, but I believe Well, we got 56 episodes up right now of the Impact
Dude.
and Chill.
Because, yeah, here I am. I'm on the app at the moment. Get to know John and Aaron, which is episode number one.
Yeah.
It was released 1st of June 2023. Get the fuck out of here. What was it?
Whoa.
19 minutes and 12 seconds. Holy fuck. Bro, happy anniversary, honey. Right.
Yeah, boy. Yeah,
Man.
boy.
Here we go. All right. You know what? This is actually fucking incredible because I look at it and the bromance that, has developed, brother from another mother. We constantly are inspired by the growth each of us get. And that just inspires me even more to going, fuck, I'm seeing John level up here. Well, I've got to keep going. I can't fucking stop because I think we look at it and we talk about the external validation and all that shit, but this is where the support comes in, and it's not a verbal, it's not talking. I'm not fucking constantly telling you what to do. I'm seeing the actions, and when the actions are there, it's like fuck, let's go, Aaron. What the fuck's your
Dude,
excuse, dude? Love it, love it.
I love
Well,
it too, Aaron. And let me say this, man. On this show, I actually decided just to grow a little bit of a stash. You go back and look, and you won't be able
you
to
do.
see anything unless Aaron were to post some old stuff, old videos
Yeah.
and stuff. But when we first started, I didn't have any facial hair. I grew up on this show. What's up, everybody?
We can actually prove it. You can grow
Yeah,
something on your
boy.
face. Fuck yeah! All right, a little bit of a shout out to Rejuvenate Oil from my a little bit of a shout out, but that's not what we're here about. Like we're
Oh,
here, we've got our own programs. We've got Focus 20 coaching. We've got the Warrior Shed, which is the Awaken Warrior program. Man, it all comes down to um I'll open it. I'll talk about the topic. It's all about the lessons we learn. And
mm,
if you're constantly turning around to yourself and saying, I'm constantly learning, but if you're constantly learning, but all it is a pattern of, repeated habits, then you haven't learned shit. All you're doing is
mm,
recognizing you have a repeating habit. Because the reality is that if you have learnt something and applied that lesson and those learnings, then your life would look different. And if your life's not different, stop telling yourself you're constantly learning because you're not learning. All you're doing is seeing a repeated habit. And that's a massive reality for me that if I'm sitting here constantly telling myself, oh, yeah, the lessons I'm learning, dude, you're in the same fucking place, but man, you're still broke. And if you're still fucking broke, then you've learned jack. And I think this is also falling into that trap of society. So we have to be thinking differently. And it always goes back to my motto that I always live by. It's like fuck mediocrity, fuck average. I want to be great. I want to live a great life. And in order for you to live a great life, you not only need to do the things that people are doing that have a great life, but also you need to stop doing the same shit that other average people are doing, which is a majority of society. So that's my opener, bro. But how are you feeling, man? 12 months in, fucking anniversary, June 1st, bro.
dude, it's epic. And you know what I'll say, Aaron, is we did this not for an end result,
Mm,
which I love. And I think we've even said this before. But the truth is we never said, all right, we're going to do this for a year and then we're going to try something else. And I can only speak for me, but I believe this would be you too. We love this.
yeah,
I love, love, love what we do. And we show up for it every week. And man, it's crazy to think that most podcasts don't last 20 episodes. People
yeah,
don't make it to 20. And I'm not saying we sit in here have 5,000 episodes or anything, but 56 episodes, that's more than most. That
Yeah.
is more than most. And so the way I feel, man, I'm just so, and I'm so proud of the fact that it landed today, right? Our anniversary landed on another
How's
recording. So when
that?
you guys see this in a couple weeks, this is June 1 that we're doing this on, right? In
Surreal.
Australia, it's June 2, but still, I love it, Aaron. And bro, to your point, right? It's when we say things like, oh, well, we're trying our best. And, I learned a bunch of lessons in that moment. I would expect whoever my true friends are to call me out on that. That's where my headspace is at
Mm.
because I can take that now. Maybe 12 months ago, I couldn't take it when
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah.
told me that. I didn't like to hear it. Most people don't. Most people would rather you, Aaron, tell them what they're doing right than what they're doing wrong. People hate it because they think they're the best ever and they're doing so good. They would rather you pat their little bottom and tell them how awesome they're doing instead of going, you know what? Here's your problem. And people don't like that. And
Mm.
and the truth is for me, where my growth has lied is that I've been able to take that constructive criticism more. And I think it's helped me grow. So now that's
You
why
think?
I think our podcast, bro, has gotten better every week because now I don't look for, again, you would tease me, Aaron, a lot, in the beginning, and I'd say, man, I need perfection. I need the lighting right. I need my mic to do this. I need this. I need that. Now I'm just putting out real and raw John. That's what you're
Yeah.
getting.
Yeah.
So for me now, it's not about perfection, right? But what I would say is that I still want people to say, you know what, we can tweak this. You know what, next time let's try it this way.
Mm.
And instead of me going, why? That sucks. Now I'm like, no, let's do it. Give me some more ideas because that's what I take this as. What can I do? I know I can always get better at whatever I'm doing, right? That's the plan.
Mm.
1% better every day. Go look at my reel on Insta if you don't know what I'm talking about, right? It's just, bro, I could go, I don't want to go on and on, but I'm just saying, bro, I am so flipping excited that we got here and we're not even done. This is
No.
not the end
No.
result,
No.
bro. All this does, Aaron, you just mentioned our coaching programs. All this does is when people are working with us, now they can go have another layer of John and Aaron. Now they can go, yeah, Aaron, what else do you do? Oh, you know what? I have a podcast, man. Go check out my podcast. I'll tell you all about what I do. Oh yeah, you want to get to know me more outside of this? I have plenty of video and audio diary for your ass right now.
Absolutely. Yeah. Talking about the expansion, one thing I want to, pull you up on is that you turned around and said you think that you're getting better. It's like, dude, we no longer use those phrases anymore. It's like, I know I'm doing better because I'm doing it every single day. The results are never going to be immediate. And I think that's where got a lot of people get, the misconception of wherever they're heading in life and whatever the journey is that they're on. It's like you will look, okay, analogy that I use or I heard. I'm not going to use it myself, but the analogy I heard is that if you want to plan a trip to the horizon, you can see the horizon, it's over there. It's like you can, that's as far as you can see. What happens when all of a sudden you jump in that boat and you head towards that horizon? What happens with the horizon? It's going to
Mm,
constantly move. So wherever you were at the start of that journey, it's like you had a goal in mind. And this is one thing that I always ask any of my clients coming on board, whether it be with face-to-face personal training, also with this program. Now, the program is a little different. Yes, there's a physical result, but that's not what we focus on. We look at where your life is going to be. And the whole idea of both of our programs is in order for you to not take control, because if you're taking control and something goes wrong, you're going to get annoyed because it didn't turn out the way you wanted to. So we're not taking control. All you're doing is getting crystal clear and honest with yourself and doing the shit every single day, no matter what circumstances you're faced with in life. That's what this program's about. It's building that mental toughness to do the shit when you're not motivated, but you still do the shit. So what you look at is that wherever we were at the start of a journey, I always ask my guys that are coming to me on a face-to-face personal training, all right, what's your ultimate goal? What are we aiming towards? And some would say, I want to lose 20 kilo. Awesome. Have you got a time frame in place? No, great. Well, we're going to put a time frame in place because what that will do, it'll set their starting point. It'll also have a look at going, all right, well, here's our end game. I'm going to give you 12 months that this end game and this goal is going to achieve within 12 months. Now let's break it down. We need to achieve this portion of your goal within 3 months. Are you ready? And then I look at it going, well, these are the things that you need to do every single day in order for you to achieve your 3 monthly goal based on your time frame of where you want to be in 12 months. And people look at it and go, oh, fuck. And I said, yeah, look how far away you are. You're telling yourself that everything's okay. You're telling yourself that I have time. In other words, you're telling yourself you don't have priority, quote from John. When you tell yourself those things and you don't make it important, you will find any excuse, any excuse to not make it happen. And I think this is a real lesson that we've learned about ourselves with this podcast. Yes, there have been circumstances where we've both been traveling and we haven't had, our equipment. I think we could probably be counted on one hand. It's been maybe 4 to 5 times over the course of 12 months where that has happened. But you know what? What did we do? We still showed up the next week. We still showed up and went, we have to have this conversation. We have to start talking about, fuck, what have I learned this week? What revelation has come to me this week? And the big lesson for me is yes, I've been doing the things that I know I needed to be doing, but sometimes I would just do it because it made me feel good. There was no real end
Mm.
goal. There was nothing that I was working towards. Bodybuilding, well, you had a date to compete. You worked towards that. You did everything you needed to do because that competition date's not ending. So I think for me, I then took it from a different perspective. I wasn't looking for a materialistic thing at the end of it. I wasn't looking for anything tangible, data related at the end of it. What I needed to do was at the end of the day, I needed to go, did I do all the things I needed to do to win that day? Did I hold myself ultimately accountable? And that's me on my guilt and my shame. So emotion for me is a fucking big one. So I've had to be really open with that. But then at the same time, if you turn around and go, I did all the things I needed to do, all the uncomfortable things, all the comfortable things, but I did everything I needed to do on that day. Awesome. I know I won the day. That made me 1% better than yesterday because I repeated what I needed to do and I also learned something different that's going to help me tomorrow. And if you keep doing that, where are you going to be 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line, 12 months down the line?
Yeah, I think it's important too to understand that you do need those people around you, right? And that's why I say, I mean, not everybody is ready for a coach because the coach is going to give it to you straight up.
Mm,
But I would say, even if you're not ready for a coach, make sure you have at least one good friend that will call you out on your bullshit, right? And not necessarily, I mean, again, what I mean by that, Aaron, is I know that when you and I started on this journey, we made sure that we had those conversations, right? And we made sure that if one was struggling, we'd listen. We're
yeah.
there to listen, 100%. But the truth is we go, all right, what do we got to do now? Can you give me some, in so many ways, you give me some homework, right? Some things to think about, maybe consider doing, try this instead, do this instead. All of these little nuggets that you would leave for me or I would leave for you.
Mm,
Or,
mm,
bro, sometimes it wasn't even anything that you said, Aaron, or I said to you. It would be what we saw from each other, right? So you would post something dope on Insta, and all of a sudden I'd be like, damn. And after it, fuck, he's inspiring me to do the same thing. I'm going to do that now. And vice versa. You see me showing up, you're like, damn, John's getting
yeah.
after it. I better get my ass busy. And
Yeah.
it's just in so many ways, you have somebody inspiring your journey without even saying anything. Because let's face it, bro, most people don't like to. I just said this. Most people don't like to hear it. But if you're telling a story, even if it's on your social media or you're showing up every day, they're like, damn, seriously, you're still here? I thought by now you would have quit. No, that was your belief. That's what you thought of yourself. But you see somebody else still doing it and you're like, you know what? So make sure you have that company around. That's what I would say, bro. With the lesson that I learned in these 12 months with you is that this podcast doesn't work unless you and I work. So we have to show
100%.
up regardless. And if we don't show up, an episode gets skipped. And for me, that's what I put in the back of my head. That we never will miss a week. We will release a podcast once a week. like we said we would, even all the way back in episode one. Aaron and I agreed we would do one episode per week,
Yep.
and there was no end date in mind. And so for me, I never wanted to be like, oh, it's okay, bro. You know what? We won't release one this week. I never wanted to do that because I felt like that gave us an out. And what was cool is it started gaining momentum. And to your point, probably four, maybe 3 or 4 times where we couldn't do it because, like you said, out of town stuff. But bro, we came back the next week and we recorded two.
Yeah,
We
bro.
caught up. And so
Yep.
we never were in a place where we were like, oh shit, if we don't record this Saturday, by the time this drops, we're not going to have an episode. I never wanted to be like that. And so that was my higher standard. And it was because I had a partner who also agreed with me. So I would just say for you guys, it's the same thing. Make sure you have that company. If it's not a coach, make sure you have somebody that will own it
Mm.
and keep you honest with what you said you would do.
Yeah, I totally agree. And you're right. We don't like to hear it, but you know what? If you are not liking where you're at, you're gonna have to hear it. It's just
Yeah.
simple as that. And if you have a look at the last 12 months, like where we both were at, I mean, you were still in dark times when we started this thing, but you knew
Oh
you
yeah.
needed to have that conversation. Fast forward, Focus 20 coaching, Inspired by Jay has been created, which is fucking phenomenal. You have a look at where you're at, where you've gone through in your own journey as a man, as a person. You've started an exercise journey, like that's now a part of your life. You're looking at what it feels like to be a fat, lazy, broke man to now being a jacked fucking doing, push-ups every single fucking day. Kudos to you when it comes to that from a social media perspective. But also, like you've made it a part of your life. So you now know what it feels like to be fit, strong, healthy, compared to where you were. And that just inspires you to do more. I mean, from my own perspective, it's like, yeah, we've got the Awaken Warrior program. We've now gone hybrid when it comes to the Warrior Shed movement. You've also got, like both of us from our network marketing businesses, reaching the a leadership rank, within a few months. There's been a lot of amazing things that have come from it, but it also makes you realize that you wouldn't have achieved those if you weren't open to listening to feedback. I'm not going to call it criticism because it's feedback. And you can either
Feedback.
take that feedback on and actually fucking do what you've been, what you need to improve on, or you can stay stuck. And I think we were both the same man or men that are not liking where we're at. We know we're deserving of so much more. And all it took is to have the courage to do the things that really no one else around us is doing.
Mm.
But look at where we're going to be in the next 6 to 12 months. I mean, the future looks pretty fucking bright.
Yeah.
But and there's a like, and I know we're gonna keep this one really really short. It's like straight to the
Yeah.
point. Massive thank you and you know yeah, massive thanks and love to everyone that's just supported us along this way. I know there's some new people that are going to be jumping on board, and welcome to Impact and Chill and the journey of John and Aaron. So there's a couple of things I want people to look at is that ask yourself, are you truly, and I mean truly fucking happy with where you're at, not only with where your life is at personally, with you, the way you see yourself in the mirror, are you completely happy with what you see? Are you completely happy with what you have in your life? And if you do not have anything, if you have things in your life you're unhappy with, stop using the lesson of, yeah, I've learnt my lessons. You haven't learnt your lessons because you're in the same fucking place. The good old Aussie accent needed to come out there, eh, mate? So, so
I
what
dig
I
it.
would get you to do, what I'd get you to do is be absolutely ruthlessly honest with yourself. What I mean, ruthlessly honest, and then be absolutely fucking committed to doing the things that are going to change you.
Mm.
Be relentless in that commitment to doing the things that are really uncomfortable to help you be in a better place, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. All of those things. Work on all of those things every single fucking day. And I absolutely guarantee you, as John said, the process will take as long as it takes. All you need to do is constantly show up for the version of yourself that you know you're meant to be.
Yeah. And remember, you're going to meet a lot of people that are already doing it and that are already a
Mm,
lot further along than you are. Aaron and I, we would love to think that in a year's time, we've definitely impacted some lives and we've definitely reached out. We've reached out to some audiences on this podcast, and it's fantastic, right? But it's only
Yeah.
year one. There's people, bro, that have been doing this for 20 years, podcasting, 10 years, 5 years. They're mountains ahead of us, but
Mm.
it doesn't mean that you and I are looking around at these other people and going, man, why aren't we there yet? We're literally staying in our lane. We're doing what we do every week. And I'm proud to say, Aaron, that we have 56 episodes up, man. That's a
Yeah, bro.
lot. In
That's
my
killer.
mind, that's a lot. But just think about it like this. You and I said when we hit 20, we can't wait to hit 100,
We did. We did. Fuck.
right? And it's cool.
Our goal was to hit 20. It's like, fuck, 20.
Yeah.
We get 20 up. Fuck yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? And
And
the other
so
thing
now, bro, it's just, sorry, I was just going to say,
yeah.
it's just us staying in our lane. We have met these personal goals. Oh, that's all you got to. I can't do the Aussie accent, right? I
Yeah,
can't
you
do the
fucking
accent.
can. You do it all the bloody time. What I wanted to
But,
jump in and quickly say, though, because I want you to continue, is that yes, there's going to be a lot of people that will come to you that are further ahead, so you're going to learn from them. But the other thing that will come to you is a lot of resistance as well. And
oh,
this is where your commitment's going to come in, your relentless pursuit of excellence is going to come in as well. And that's all you need to look at is, yeah, you know, don't be squashed by those people that are going to offer you resistance. You know, it's not going to work for you. What the fuck are you doing that for? And it's like, it's not for you. This is not your journey. You know,
yeah.
and this is not where you ignore those people. You thank them for acknowledging that you're doing things differently. Thank you
You
for
know what's
noticing the change. Yeah.
you know what's really cool about that, Aaron? I was just thinking is that I talk about leaving a footprint into the world, leaving a
Mm,
staple behind,
mm,
right? And what's really cool, man, is for as long as we get to do this, people get to see us every week tell our story. Bro, if that's not the most epic thing, right? Because you think about it, bro, you just love the fact that, like whoever you follow, just the fact that you get to get into their mind and listen to what they have to say.
mm,
You get intrigued by that, man. I know there's plenty of people that I follow that I just get so intrigued about their story, whether it's a motivational guy on the internet or whatever. Some of these guys have really powerful stories, and when you get a chance to open up their mind and actually listen to that, it's powerful, dude. And so I just say that all, Aaron, because you and I have both a audio and video diary, a live diary that happens once a week for you and I to actually share our wins, our struggles, and everything in between every week. And bro, this is here.
yeah.
It's here. So, when you talk about that, man, I think that's the bigger picture. What I'm learning from my mentors is that it can't be about you. This is not about John and Aaron. Yes, we are the hosts of this show, but it's about who we can impact in this world where somebody else goes, you know what? I know exactly what Aaron is talking about. Fuck, that was me. Damn, I should probably do better. You know what? I better reach out to Aaron and find out what the hell he's all about. Same thing with John. John brings this level of energy. I can't even describe it. Man, I better, you know what? And if one person's thinking like that, Aaron, that's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm looking for, bro. And so it's just leaving the footprint out there, man. That's what I talk about. It's bigger than us, but it starts with us,
Mm,
right? So
mm.
it's next level shit, bro.
100%. We're here for a great life, not a mediocre life. Yeah,
Ooh,
bro. Dude,
love it.
what are you going to close with, man? Come on, give us something. I know you got something in you.
Lesson, like Aaron, I love that I believe is your uncle, bro, that said that, if you're learning lessons, you're not really learning shit. And the
He
truth is,
did.
man, is that
Yeah.
we have to learn and then move on to that next level where there's going to be a whole heap of new lessons that we have to learn, not not, oh yeah, I learned it, but oh shit happened and I did it again. And whoops, oh that sucks. Right. But at the end of the day, man, I think it's just what it comes down to is I've said this before in a pod too. It's what is it? It's same level, new devil. So, oh man, I'm gonna mess up the quote, but essentially what we're doing, I had it so fresh in my mind, then I lost it. But essentially, bro, it's this: every new level that you unlock is something you've never seen before. So, for example, me and you, we're at the 12-month mark. It's not going to get easier. Yeah, it's easy for us to show up, but now we have to look at what this new level brings. And I would say that with everybody else in your personal life, as you level up, when you decide to level up, it's going to be stuff you've never seen before. So just make sure that you don't stop at that level and go, no, it's too hard now. So for me, man, I usually have come with something compelling, but honestly, man, it's just such a chill conversation. That's what I have with brother. What do you have to fire us off, man?
It's pretty simple. Get after it. Jump. Fucking jump. What do you got to lose? You have so much to fucking gain. Just jump. Let's go. You and I, we did that with this. We jumped, we went all in, we figured it out as we went along. And all I ask is for anyone listening to this, if they're a little curious, reach out to John and I. Let's have that conversation. It's a conversation. It may be something for you that you've been fucking searching for. It may not. The only way you'll ever find out an answer is to ask the question.
Boom. I love that, bro. I love that. And honestly, I always listen to these pods dudes and I just go like this. Would I take their advice? If
Yeah.
I was following John and Aaron, would I actually reach out? Am I comfortable enough to reach out? And bro, to be quite honest, man, I really, really resonate with a lot of the stuff that we talk about, not just because it's our show, but the truth is that we need to speak to those people that are struggling right now.
Yep.
And if you're struggling, John, Aaron and I, we're a safe space, and we absolutely would love to offer whatever it is. Not it doesn't have to be coaching. Just sit and listen, whatever it takes, to just get you in the space of where you need to be to take on the world. And that's what we need. We need more strong men to be able to do that.
Yep. For sure.
Not the ones that brother. That's what I got, man.
Love it. Let's close this out. Thank you everyone for joining, and thanks for joining us on our 12-month anniversary. It's been fucking epic, man.
1 year.
It's been epic. So yeah, our 1 year marriage anniversary with the brother from another mother. It's been fantastic. Guys, love you all. Thank you very much for listening. Have yourself an epic fucking week, and we will be speaking to you next week.
Until then, take care, guys.